Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I've got a mailbag for you. We're gonna attack some of your questions in the friendliest possible way possible. English. All right. First, Sean from Instagram says, "Hey Ben, I'm watching your videos and helping your algo. That's your algorithm, I think, and that is algorithm. Does Al Gore have rhythm? Like, have you ever seen? Is that a thing? I mean." I shouldn't be talking about rhythm. I mean, you guys have seen me dance. So, all right, the algorithm, just curious what determines crossover versus crackout when dealing with ICG or Annex holdered coins. So for the most part, I have always had the theory that it makes more sense to crack coins out than to cross them over. I think this really varies depending on the value of the coin, though. If you have a coin that is a little bit more on the scarce side and you have a little bit more fear and trepidation of the possibility that it could come back a lower grade or the wrong grade, if you have that sense, in general, you want to use the crossover because it's going to be in the holder, and if PCGS or NGC doesn't agree with the holder and they send it back, it's still in the original holder. So your key here is if you definitely don't want any downside to what you're doing, if you want to eliminate risk, you do the crossover. Crackouts I use because I feel like when you try to cross something over, the grader has been influenced already by what they see. When they see the grade that the other coin company has graded it. Now, cracking coins has a lot of risk to it. If you watch some of my videos, you see that when you crack something out, you can send it to the same grading company and get a lower grade or a questionable color or anything along those lines. So generally, I haven't done much in the way of crossover. I've done more lately because of the YouTube channel, and we want to try to explore different things for the viewers so that they can kind of live vicariously and learn by watching and see the risks, but also see the rewards, because it's not always a downside when you end up sending something in again for a second or even third time. So I generally like cracking out, but the crossover has its benefits, and like I said, if you don't like the risk associated with cracking a coin out for whatever those reasons are, then you should definitely try a crossover, because you can always try a crossover first, and if it doesn't work, then you can try cracking something out later. Of course, it only takes money, right? I mean, that's it. All right. I hope you know that it's mainly just US coins that have coin alignment. Most coins of the world have metal alignment, Discovery History says. Max Shiraz, I think you'll find most world coins have metal alignment. North America, Central America, South America coins have the coin alignment. All right. So, yeah, I made a video about that, and I don't have a very broad sample, but you can watch the video results on your own for this entire thing. From my sample, it's pretty close, but someone did mention North America and South America are pretty similar. So, hey, if someone wants to do a study of who has coin alignment and who doesn't, knock yourselves out. Send me the data, okay? I appreciate those comments, and I felt like I was really wrong when I had at least a couple people correct me on that. Next, keep it real. Talking about what I should do with my 1936S Buffaloes that I got a herd in, and send them to pigs. At least try the MS64s. I had to put this. I think he actually probably wrote PCGS and it auto-corrected to pigs, but you know, is that a autocorrect Freudian slip? I just thought that was funny. Anyways, you know, sad to fool yourself into believing NGC graded 64 is a hopeful 67. Yes, I am the fool. I bet that it hurt more than one way. Nice coins anyway. So yeah, it hurt more than one way, and at least I didn't get called a pig. So let me see here. JP Pegatu. Rather than throw more money at the grading services, put them up for sale at the price you think they are worth. Once again, we're talking about these 36S Buffalo nickels that I got in. By the way, if you haven't subscribed and hit the notification button, if you do that, you'll get the videos in orders that come out, and that way some of these conversations will make a lot more sense. You don't have to go searching for some video that's weeks old. If they sell for that price, you were right. If they don't, then the grading services was right. I think that those coins will sell at a premium. Why give the premium to NGC? Quicksilver, I'm not a nickel guy, but the second one looks best. They're above average. They look for their look and the coloration, in my opinion. You could auction them with a reserve and see what happens. If they were mine and I didn't want to sell them close to gray sheet prices, that's what I do. I got a bunch on this. There's a theme here. I'd recommend you send those coins to great collections. I regularly see nicely toned coins go way beyond gray sheet. All right, so bunch of comments along those lines. And this is one of the things that I've talked about in other videos, and that is coin grading doesn't matter, price matters. And this is to that point. Now, I know that coin grading does matter. It's a little bit of a turn of phrase, a use of language that is not exact and precise. I know some of you don't like hyperbole. It's actually a literal thing. So, but when it comes to coins, the price is what matters the most. There's the grade is a technical aspect of something, right? It is not a grade cannot account for eye appeal. You know, I know that they've been doing stuff with star designation, but even that you don't see that often. Really, if you look on eBay and you watch Toned Morgan sell, especially because that's a pretty big market, you see coins that sell not based on the grade of the coin. They simply don't. And this is something that happens time and time again in the marketplace. And you will see coins that have a similar price range, a similar graded coins. Maybe it's not even about the toning. You can see two coins with the exact same grade sell for multiples of difference in value, depending on what the buyers and sellers are looking at. Now, sometimes this is an auction format, but at other times, if I took those 36S nickels and I put them up and I said, these are $100, even if gray sheet's 50, I think I sell them. I think there's collectors out there that say, you know what, that coin's gorgeous, I want it. And so I don't know if there's an end point to my point here, other than price really matters more than grade. And at the end of the day, you can have a coin also, by the way, that's graded, but no one really likes the coin. It's like a dirty little secret. It's you know, you have a coin that everyone looks at and says this coin has a problem or it's overgraded, and it'll trade, you know, it'll trade based on its eye appeal. It'll trade less than gray sheet. And, you know, I've got coins like that. I probably have some legacy coins here, coins that have been sitting around for more than a year. And it's like, well, you know, I liked it when I bought it, but maybe I was the fool. All right, so let me see here. Matt T, do you think that slabbing the numbered COAs adds significance value on selling price? He goes on to mention some of the coins that he has, and they're in the mid 300 level to the other one's in the 4,000 level. All right, so yeah. So this I think is interesting because it's a little bit of the next play on the label game, which I know that a lot of you like labels that are different from NGC and PCGS. A lot of you don't. I'm on the camp that I think the extra signatures and labels don't add that much value. I do understand if it's something from a specific hoard and you have a significant history behind that, you find the history interesting, then you're willing to pay a little extra. I would do the same thing on certain things if I think the history is more interesting. But the labels themselves generally don't add value, in my opinion. Sidebar, I actually like different colored boxes. This is the dumbest thing ever, but as I'm filming this, PC just came out with like a mint colored box, which whether you like the color or not, I want to have one just because it's different than the other ones. You know, anyway. Okay, so, but I'm not paying extra for it. That's the point, right? And same with some of these label things. The certificate of authenticity, you're absolutely going to see people send them in and get them certified with the coin when they get the coin in, so that the slab will have the certificate number on it, and then the certificate will be with it, so you can pair them up. If you don't have them paired up, though, you can't really tell which is, you know, which came with which. So the interesting thing, of course, is that the certificate in low numbers is going to add value to those. People are going to pay for it. But the irony is that doesn't tell you when that coin was actually produced. That coin was produced and the certificate was produced not at the same time in the same way. Those certificates are all printed on a printing press. They're brought in. They're randomly distributed with coins that are put together. That is not the first coin. I do think, now for some of you who don't like the gimmicks that some of the foreign countries do with their coinage, you don't like the fancy stuff. I get all that. But there was a time when the first coin struck at the Denver Mint, those 1921s. We're in the centennial now for 1921. Everyone who's watching this live or new in 2021, everyone's excited about these new commemorative peace dollars and Morgans that are coming out. The first dollars struck at the Denver Mint were hand engraved. First coin struck at Denver Mint. Second coin struck at Denver Mint. I think I told you before, we had the fourth coin struck at the Denver Mint. This is like 20 years ago now. But what a cool piece of history that is. And those traded premiums, I still believe there will come a day when mints will take a coin and strike that on them. They will actually have like a rotating counter, 1, 2. They will put a serial number. People who collect medallion series, medallions, silver medals put out by like the New York Art Company, they will have a serial number on the edge, and that's going back 50 years, right? So the technology is there. It is simple. They can either put it on the edge of the coin. They can actually put it on somewhere on the surface of the coin. And I think that would be a feeding frenzy for people who they want, number one. You're going to see somebody pay stupid money for that. It ain't going to be me. It probably isn't going to be you, but somebody's going to pay stupid money for that. So keep in mind the COAs and the coins are not made at the same time. There's no way of knowing when a coin is produced. The real small runs of coins where they're making 3,000, from my understanding, they're making them all in one day anyway. So they're all from the first day of issue. So when we get to the point that I want to be number one, I want to have number one, that day I think will come. And I think that you'll see people pay a lot for them. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.